first form you take when you first come aware for the very first time is love. Love is the very first covering that your spirit takes. And then the second covering that it takes is awareness. It's consciousness, who it is. It's alter ego. So first, because a spirit has to choose, a spirit decides, it chooses whether or not it wants to cover itself in a form, or if it wants to not cover itself in a form and remain formless and not experience anything. Or it can choose to cover itself in a form and experience something. So, based on what it wants to experience, well, I just said it right there. What it wants to experience. Want, right? Desire, right? So, love, right? What does it love? It has to take the form of love to know what it loves, to know who it is. So, it's the first form that it takes is love. I mean, and even so, I mean, it just makes sense. If I have a choice, I'm spirit, right? And your odorless, non-flammable gas. Your formless, odorless, non-flammable gas. Yeah. So shout out to Uriel. So basically, that's air. So air, when sitting still, is formless, odorless, non-flammable gas. When air is on the move, then it becomes wind. But it's another video. So air decides what it wants to do. Do I want to experience, aka take a shape and form, cover myself in a shape and form? Or am I good? I'm chilling. Right. So key word here is want or desire, right? So that automatically equates to love. So yeah, air said, what do I want? So it took the form of love and it became love. Unconditional love. Heavy emphasis on the unconditional love. See, because if it just took the form, if air just took the form of love, that experience wouldn't last very long. It would just jump into whatever sparked its interest, even the slightest bit of interest. It would just jump right into it, right into that experience. And when you're just out here jumping from experience to experience to experience, that's kind of like somebody who's just jumping from party to party to party. They just party all the time, like 24/7. Like, this person grades in school is bad, just like they don't want to get a job. All they want to do is smoke, kick it, and fucking go clubbing. That's that's pretty much that's pretty much what happens when you love something not unconditionally. You just really appreciate it, right? You just have a deep appreciation for it, and it brings you immense satisfaction, right? You love it, but not unconditionally, because everyone who has that lifestyle of partying and clubbing, eventually they grow up and they end up working at McDonald's for the rest of their life, regretful, wishing that they had went to college or focused more in school. It just ends in regret. But when it's unconditional love, see, when air, shout out to Dolo, took that covering, it covered itself, it took that shape and form, it covered itself with that form, it took that shape of unconditional love. That was an experience that lasted forever, because it's unconditional love, meaning no matter what. This was the first form. This was the first form that air, right? You're non-flammable, you're formless, non-flammable, odorless, whatever. You guys know what I mean. Gas, air. Yeah, that was the first form that it took. Unconditional love. So that way, air could experience forever and ever for all of eternity. For all of eternity. Not so it could live forever. Notice the difference. Air didn't take the shape and form of unconditional love, meaning no matter what, I'm going to love this. It took that shape and form because we're getting off point now, but it took that shape and form because it wanted to experience forever. That's how much it loved experiencing. It just loved life. It loved living. It didn't want to live forever out of a fear of dying. You see that? Because air was always here. So it chose life because it loves life unconditionally. It loves experiencing. The adventure, the storyline, the drama. It loves the entertainment. It's fun. It's fun. But back on topic. Um, yeah. So unconditional love, um,